And now we're ready for part 3 in the process, taking the agenda that has been created. In part 2 we looked at organizing it in our Google Docs, and now part 3 we're going to look at actually taking that agenda and putting it into a module. So here I am in the dashboard of my Canvas account, and the first thing I want to do is choose the course that I want to put it in, and I'm going to put it in the HMS Math course 2016-2017. So I will click on that course. Now for me, modules pops up as my home page. If it doesn't pop up as your home page, you're going to want to click on modules to get to your modules page. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is create the module that you want to put it in. To create that module, what you're going to do is click on the green button up here, and that's going to add a new module. You can see I already have several that are created. And so let's give it a name. Let's call this September 26th. I know we dated it September 21st, I believe, in the video, but I'm going to date this for the 26th since the 21st is already in the past, because I want to show you something right here, and that is an option you have when creating a module, and that is to lock it. Okay, so if you're creating these modules on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis, you can lock those modules so that students can't get into them until you're ready for them to get into them. So you can even go so far as not only setting a date, but you can set a time. So I'm going to set this for 7:20 a.m. on September the 26th. Now I'm done, and so now my module is locked. Now I still have access to it, but anyone who's in a student role would not have access to it until the time that I set. All I got to do from here is click Add Module, and now that module is created. Now you'll notice it's at the bottom of my list of modules, but I think it's a good idea to take those and put them in reverse order. So I'm going to drag it all the way to the top. Okay, that's just a matter of grabbing this bar right here and holding down the left mouse key, and you can drag it and place it wherever you need to. Notice it tells me here, will unlock September 26th at 7:20 a.m. So I've created the module by clicking on the green button. To create components of the module, I click on this plus button inside the module. So by doing that, okay, now I want to add my agenda. To add the agenda that's built in a Google Doc, instead of adding an assignment, I want to add an external URL. Okay, and so I'm going to need to go back over to my agenda for just a moment. Here I am at the agenda that I've already created, and I'm going to go into the address bar, or what Google likes to call the Omni bar, and just give a click in there. It should highlight everything inside the address box. If it doesn't, you can start at the back and just make sure you have the entire address highlighted. Again, I like to click Control-C to copy it. Some people prefer to right-click and copy. Okay, so now that website is pasted inside the address bar. Go back over to my Canvas account, and in the URL box, again, Control-V, or some people like to do right-click and paste. I want to give it a name, so I'm just going to call it Agenda 092616. If I click this button, it's going to cause it to open in a new tab. I don't want to do that with an agenda. I want it to stay open inside of Canvas, although you could if you wanted to. And I'm going to choose not to indent it. And from here, I just add item. And now you can see that agenda is added inside of my module. And when I click on that box inside of Canvas, the agenda will open up exactly as I had it. If I update it, it will be updated automatically live from Google Doc, or even from inside of Canvas to the Google Doc. Works both ways. If I click right up here, one of the options I have is to open it again inside of a Google Doc. So I click on that, and there you can see up here it's loading in a new tab, and I go straight to the Google Doc that I've created. Keep in mind that the permissions you set determine whether or not your students can edit this live, or whether it's something that just you have the opportunity to edit. And this is something that can not only be used for agendas, but it could be used for discussion sheets, it could be used for worksheets, could be used for many other applications when you want to embed a Google Doc into a module.